Hi, Professor. So, this is my reflection on the lecture from stones to machines and back to stones. So, I want to share how it really changed the way I think about technology, especially in a health and fitness. So, let's begin from stones to machines and back to stones. Lecture it's had an impact on my own knowledge of technology, especially as a part of health and fitness. Before, I always perceived technology as high end machines like computers and gym equipments or advanced medical equipments, like this kind of stuff. However, this lecture brought out the point that technology can also be described as knowledge employed in the quest for the survival and also the solution of the problems. It was liberating acknowledgement for me, has it shifted my focus from seeing the technology has like things to see it as a process, and also it's a process of adjusting and troubleshooting and underpinning the human progress. So from stones and halters in Greece, it's updated to Indian clubs to the advanced machinery of the 20th century. So this pattern that was demonstrated was that we call innovation. So it's actually has deep seated origins in the past. I found myself reflecting on the reality, like um, what is old is new. Like for example, the current appeal of kettlebells or calisthenics, these are appear radical to the great many, but actually these exercises are modern echoes of centuries. Yeah, it's a centuries old customs. So these made me see what the new trend and which are not as new as they seem. So this progress sometimes a case of rediscovery and reusing the older knowledge differently. And at the same time, this lecture also raised awareness of the tension between the authentic innovation and gimmickry. So the and when we talk about the Dr. Jander's early exercise machines, we are a genuine response to the health challenges of sedentary lifestyles. And like various products like jiggle bells or shake weights, like these are illustrate how technology can be misused or overscold. It made me understand how it's gonna it made me understand how it's tempting it is for people, even me, to be drawn into shortcuts over solutions. So it also made my uh, it can also made me think about just how I myself could critically evaluate and recommend an equipment in my own field. So am I choosing them because they actually solve a problem, and also it's because they're popular and marketable. So the argument over knowledge in or itself as a kind of technology, it's made me feel inspired and puzzled. So on other hand, um, I was so glad that my skills and reason and solving the technological resources in in kind of themselves, so that is empowering because it means I can be the technologically competent without advanced machines. On other hand, I wondered whether by um, broadening the term we lose its specificity. So if a stone and an idea can be called technology, so now we distinguish true technology advancement. um, yeah, it's from a technological advancement from accommodation on the part of man. So these tension give me something to struggle with, with and was a reminder that academic definitions create more questions than they solve. And the most profound praise for me is bring life to science. So for me, this is concept that tools, machines, and even theory are it's lifeless things until someone brings them to life for a use and without empathy. And the individuals such as Jack Lalany proved this, and that motivation and training, vision, these are just as important as any bit of hardware. This spoke directly to me personally because it is reminded me that my job is not just to employ technology but to make it meaningful, and also it's making sure it is used for real people with genuine needs. Lastly, this lecture made me think of technology as a cycle rather than a line. So from stones to machines and back. More importantly, it made me think of myself as a part of the cycle, not as a tool user, but as someone who can read and humanize and apply them in a smart way. And so that perspective feels both practical and inspiring, and it can influence more. And this way of I approach both my studies and also in my future practice. Thank you.